叫李美儿，我今年去了中国。Hi, my name is Lima Li, and over this year I went to China.
My name is Kristen Hayden, and I am the founder and executive director of One World Now.
你好，我叫 Cesar Garcia， 我是洪都拉斯人和危地马拉，我18岁，我爱中国。Hello, my name is Cesar Garcia. I am Honduran and Guatemalan. I am 18 years old and I love China.
你好，我叫李天思，我今年16岁，今年我去了中国。Hi, I'm Cassima Lee. I'm 16 years old and this year I went to China.
So I think study abroad has become a generic term for traveling to another country. Some people literally study in a university setting or in another school setting, and I think for some people it's just literally traveling abroad during the time that they're in school. And that, of course, could be in high school, or that could be college, or that could be a gap year in between high school.
Study abroad is a once-in-a-lifetime experience to go on to a different country and learn about the different cultural perspectives and gain historical values of what one country has to offer compared to the United States. And you also can gain a self-knowledge of yourself and gain a whole bunch of new long-term friends and pen pals.
Study abroad is leaving the country you were taught your primary, secondary, or whatever education is, and you go to a different country to go study their culture, socioeconomic, political issues, or the topic you were assigned to in the different country.
Studying abroad is going out of your comfort zone and entering a new country to immerse yourself in the language, in the culture, in pretty much everything of that country. It's becoming somebody of that country pretty much, but also studying there, so learning everything you can in the short amount of time you have there.
Well, for us, we got there by first applying to One World Now, aka OWN, and that's a program where we studied Chinese for 1 whole year and got nominated by the staff based on our leadership that we've shown throughout the program and our work ethics in class.
So I managed to study abroad through a program called One World Now, or OWN. So I was given 2 opportunities actually. In my first year in OWN, I was given the opportunity to study abroad, but I turned it down because I didn't feel like I was good enough. But my second year, I realized my mistakes, so then I definitely did my best to try be able to study abroad. Through One Now, I was referred to a program called Americans Promoting Study Abroad, APSA, and they were pretty much the ones sending me abroad.
Well, I was part of an organization called One World Now throughout my senior year of high school, and One World Now focuses on critical language, either Arabic or Mandarin Chinese, study abroad, and leadership. And through One World Now, I applied to study abroad. They selected me and a couple other students to study abroad.
Well, our experience, first off, when we got there, it didn't really hit us that we were in China, more like Chinatown, but gradually, as we began to interact with locals and our roommates who were on the same level or higher in Chinese, we started looking at our surroundings, and we visited a whole bunch of places with our group, APSA, of course, Americans Promoting Study Abroad, which guided us throughout China and brought us to a whole bunch of places that let us learn about China's history and China's culture and everyday lifestyle that people do there. And we ate tons of great food too that, well, I guess, I mean, I've eaten them before, but eating it from China, I guess, was a bit different. And yeah, just the whole routine over there was great, and gaining friends from Alabama and Chicago, you know, I still talk to them. some of them.
So in my study abroad experience, I learned that study abroad is more than just learning the culture of the country I'm going to. It's also about learning the culture of the people that you're going with. I went studying abroad with students from Chicago and Birmingham, Alabama, and it's something that I'm not going to forget ever, because the culture in Chicago and Alabama is extremely different from that of Seattle. We have different slang, different ways of talking about things. We have different ways of bringing things up, and we have different things that we can't talk about and things that are okay to talk about. So it was really interesting learning how different parts of America are actually super different. It's like there are microcultures in one single American culture.
My experiences in China were amazing. I loved China with a deep passion. But my favorite experience out of all of them was teaching English to students of an underrepresented community outside of the city of Beijing at the Dandelion School. And just having the one-on-one with students and being the eye of the classroom really changed my perception on international education and how not all students are able to comprehend what it is that you teach, and there's students with difficulties of learning, and how in order to teach students of elementary school, we should also incorporate games to have fun with our education and not just be very standardized.
I think study abroad is one of the most transformational experiences that a young person can have. I think it's changed my own life. I studied abroad when I was in South Africa in high school, and that whole experience is the whole reason why I started One World Now, the organization that provides study abroad opportunities to students who historically wouldn't be able to afford that. So I think study abroad is a magical experience that forces one out of their comfort zone and gets them to understand what it means to be other in a way that I think sticks with folks for the rest of their lives. And also, I just think it is a natural way to create empathy with others in our human race in a way that no other experience can. It really often will change the trajectory of a person's life to go through that, particularly at a young age.
So study abroad is typically extremely expensive, about $7,000 a week, and that pretty much leaves it so that underprivileged students can't study abroad at all, and only the wealthiest can. So the thing about OWN is that they allow underprivileged students who normally wouldn't be able to study abroad actually go. It involves a lot of fundraising.
Well, we got Fulbright scholarships by the Bill Gates and Melinda Foundation and Deloitte, which is an accounting company in China.
By fundraising candies, C's chocolate, in and out of school.
Talking to a lot of sponsors.
And we also fundraised and
also paid from our own pocket as well.
And put in some of our own money for shopping and
Organizations like OWN, you can apply and study a language and get nominated to study abroad.
Also, you could check out the page From Seattle to Beijing, which is established by us Seattle students who want to study abroad through APSA. On there is a lot of opportunities to study abroad to China, and there may be opportunities posted there to study to other places as well. Since China is a pretty vital country right now, it's pretty easy to find study abroad opportunities there. You just have to Google it and then sign up for them.
I recommend other students, high school students in specific, to search for organizations such as nonprofit organizations like One World Now that helps you study abroad or learn a language. And also you can look it up on the internet or look up the page America's Promoting Study Abroad, which is the organization that also helped us go to China.
Or other sources you can search up if you have that passion and that drive, to go where you want to go, study, find who you really are.